So, when you think of Dubai, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably those insane skyscrapers, right? Luxury cars everywhere, just unbelievable wealth. The story of how this tiny desert fishing village blew up into a global megacity is honestly incredible. But the reason why it got so rich? Well, that's probably not what you think at all.
I mean, the common story we all hear is that it's built on a sea of black gold. Endless oil reserves just fueling this impossible dream out in the desert. It makes sense, right? It seems like the only way this could have happened. But what if I told you that whole idea is almost completely wrong?
Take a look at this number, just 1%. That's it. Today, oil makes up just 1 single percent of Dubai's entire economy. So that just blows the whole thing open, doesn't it? If it wasn't oil that built this glittering city, then what in the world did? The real story is so much more interesting. It's a story about a massive, high-stakes gamble.
You see, the story of modern Dubai is really the story of one man's unbelievable vision, Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum. He looked at his small pearl diving village and saw a future for it that absolutely no one else could even begin to imagine.
For most of its history, Dubai was, well, not much. Just a small settlement founded back in 1833. It became a British protectorate for a while, but things didn't really change. That is, until 1958, when Sheikh Rashid took charge. And when they found oil in '66, he knew right away it wasn't a lottery ticket. It was a tiny amount, really. It was a temporary gift, not a permanent solution. And this quote, wow, it reveals his entire motivation. He got it. He understood that oil wealth was a flash in the pan. He saw that if he didn't do something radical, Dubai's brief moment in the sun would just vanish, and future generations would be right back in the desert riding camels. He had to build something that would last.
So he drafted a blueprint, not for another oil state. No, this was a blueprint for a global hub of trade, transport, and finance, and he was willing to bet absolutely everything on it. And here they are, the 4 massive pillars of his vision. First, he took out a huge loan to dredge the Dubai Creek, digging it out so large cargo ships could get in. People thought he was insane, sinking all that money into a ditch when Dubai had nothing, but it worked. Then he built not 1 but 2 giant ports. And this next part, this is where you see the real genius. Right when the ports were starting to work, when any other leader would start raising taxes to cash in, Sheikh Rashid did the exact opposite. He created the Jabal Ali Free Zone and declared 0 taxes, nothing. No import taxes, no export taxes, no corporate taxes for 50 years. It was a completely revolutionary idea that suddenly made Dubai the most attractive place on the planet for international business.
And the result of that one gamble? It was absolutely staggering. Today, trade and those free zones alone make up almost a quarter of Dubai's entire economy. That single audacious move created an economic engine that completely dwarfs their oil money. And believe it or not, that was just the beginning. Next up, he looked to the skies. He launched Emirates Airline in 1985, and he basically set it up to win from day one. It was backed with state money, it paid 0 national tax. How could anyone compete? It could easily undercut other airlines that had to, pay taxes and fund their own growth. It was designed from the get-go to dominate international travel and make Dubai the center of the world's aviation map. After Sheikh Rashid passed away, his son, Sheikh Mohammed, picked up the torch and just took the vision to a whole new level. He figured if Dubai was going to be a hub for business, why not make it a hub for tourism too? So he brought in the world's best architects and basically told them to dream bigger and build bolder than anyone else, giving us icons like the Burj Al Arab. And to make it all work, to make this desert bloom, they pioneered incredible desalination technology to turn seawater into fresh water. But look, this massive transformation, it didn't just happen with a snap of the fingers. Building a city this fast, this big, it requires a gigantic workforce. And that brings us to the other side of the story, the human price of all this ambition. Who actually built all of this? And this chart, wow, it just lays out the reality so clearly. The vast majority of people who live and work in Dubai are not citizens. They're foreign nationals, mostly from South Asian countries like India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, who came to build this dream.
Now, the lives of these millions of workers are governed by a really controversial system called the kafala system. Basically, what it means is that a worker's legal right to even be in the country isn't tied to the government. It's tied directly to their private employer, their sponsor, and that creates a huge power imbalance.
And according to many human rights reports,
This system has led to some really widespread problems. The same workers who build these gleaming skyscrapers have reportedly had their passports taken away. They can't quit their jobs without their boss's permission, and if they do, it's often treated like a crime. There are countless reports of exploitation, unpaid wages, and people packed into overcrowded camps, far away from the glittering city they're building.
The criticism has been so harsh that some in the Western media have actually used that phrase to describe it. Now, to be fair, the UAE has introduced some labor reforms in recent years to try and fix these issues, but reports of exploitation have continued, raising some really tough questions about the true cost of Dubai's incredible growth.
But it turns out it's not just the lives of migrant workers that are tightly controlled. The gilded cage of Dubai has its own secrets, and they go all the way to the top, into the royal family itself.
Take the story of Princess Shamsa, one of the ruler's daughters. Back in 2000, she ran away while on vacation in the UK, but she was allegedly kidnapped right off the streets of Cambridge and flown back to Dubai against her will.
Then in 2018, her sister, Princess Latifa, tried this daring escape by boat. She was caught by special forces off the coast of India and brought back. A while later, a secret video was smuggled out where she claimed she was being held as a hostage by her own father.
And then, in 2019, the ruler's own wife, Princess Haya, fled to London with her kids, and she actually went to the British courts asking for protection from what she called a campaign of intimidation.
So here's the crucial thing to understand. Dubai operates on a very specific model. Its citizens get incredible wealth and benefits. We're talking free education, healthcare, land, generous money. This keeps them happy and loyal. But the trade-off is that the state is an absolute monarchy, where any kind of dissent, whether it's from a construction worker or a princess, is just not tolerated.
And that really brings us to the big central question here. There is absolutely no denying that Dubai is a modern marvel. It's a testament to a truly visionary and incredibly audacious gamble that paid off in ways nobody could have imagined. But when you look at the whole picture, from the tax-free zones to the kafala system, from the gleaming towers to the gilded cages, you just have to ask, what is the real price of this dream?